Fitz's comes from the name of a restaurant that used to be in Clayton.
What goes into making the root beer?
A root beer that dates back from 1947.
Isn't necessarily a complete secret.
Tracked down the original recipe through a family friend, and we restarted.
And the process of bottling the root beer certainly is no secret.
It's all right there in front. I think for many people, it's entertainment.
Man, I've got an awesome video for you today. As we are going through the entire history of this root beer. You may not know what this is if you are outside of the St. Louis area, but this is a root beer that I've known since the dawn of time because I've grown up in the St. Louis area. That's the most Midwestern thing. I grew up in St. Louis. But this is Fitz root beer, and it is basically known as the root beer that you get to see bottled up as you sit down inside of the Fitz's restaurant. Now, the older folks may remember Fitz as the root beer that was in this drive-in restaurant in St. Louis. And that's where the story of Fitz root beer starts. So before we try Fitz's root beer, the original, the Fitz's Cardinal Cream, and the Fitz's Cream Soda, let's get into the history of Fitz root beer. So Fitz root beer comes from a recipe developed in St. Louis, Missouri in 1947. Going back a few years beforehand, in 1942, there was an A&W root beer drive-in stand on Clayton Road in St. Louis. In May of 1947, a man by the name of James Fitzpatrick bought the drive-in, and by then it no longer served A&W root beer. So by the next couple of months, it was then called Fitz's Drive-In. Since his drive-in wasn't an A&W franchise, he no longer had access to A&W root beer concentrate. Instead of ordering a replacement root beer elsewhere, he took it upon himself and created his own secret formula of root beer with natural roots, spices, barks, and sweetened with cane sugar. 5 years later, after buying the stand in May of 1952, Fitz's Drive-In went up for sale, and it was then bought up by Arthur Goldman, which, during this time, Arthur introduced the Kitchen Burger with a secret sauce that had a relish base. In 1972, after 20 years, Arthur retires and moves with his wife down to St. Petersburg, Florida, and he hands Fitz's Drive-In to his son, Philip, who ran it up until 1976. The Fitz Drive-In closed for good in 1976 when the St. Louis County Health Department failed to renew their license. The problem was the stand's plywood construction and the sloping floors. It just didn't meet the standards at the time. Now, after hearing this news, Arthur told them that he would actually bust down the entire building and renovate and build from the ground up. But there was a problem with the land leaser and a few other things to where it just didn't happen. So 10 years later, in 1986, an architect by the name of Tom Cohen, who hung out at Fitz's Drive-In as a teenager, wanted to recreate Fitz's root beer. So he bought the same extracts from the same supplier that Fitz used to buy from, and he started working his magic and trying to perfect the perfect root beer formula. When he did, and he started selling his formula of Fitz root beer, he was then approached by Michael Alter and Alan Richmond, and they expressed how they loved his Fitz root beer soda. So by the late 80s into the early 90s, the three went into planning, and the result was a root beer microbrewery that was connected to a restaurant. This restaurant and brewery, Fitz's, opened up in 1993 in the Delmar Loop in St. Louis. And this same restaurant is still going today, and you can watch bottles of Fitz being filled and capped while you enjoy a cheeseburger and a root beer float. And ever since, Fitz's has expanded on their soda lineup, and the best is still yet to come. So that is your history of Fitz's from top to bottom, left to right, and taking a look at the can right here. You could get it in either a glass bottle or cans, but usually in the St. Louis area, you can go to grocery stores, you'll find this variation. with the aluminum bottle, resealable bottle kind of design. On the side of the bottle here, it says, "Since 1947, we've been making Fitz's root beer from our own original recipe. Rich and creamy Fitz's features a tasty blend of select roots, barks, spices, and natural pure cane sugar. Enjoy cold, share with friends." Okay, so here we go. Let's try this. It's been a long time since I've had a Fitz root beer. It's been a long time since I've been to the restaurant. I definitely need to go back. Oh, that smells so good, too. All right. I'm not trying to be biased because this is a St. Louis, local thing, but it smells awesome. So here we go. Fitz's original root beer going in. Oh, that has a frothy, very soft aftertaste. It goes in pretty spicy, too. Not like hot spicy, but it goes in, you get like a big, robust taste of spices. And then it kind of evens out in the middle there with some sweetness. And then it just gets frothy and creamy towards the end. You taste the vanilla. You taste the sassafras in there. Oh, that is even better than I remember. I always remember Fitz root beer being good, but I don't know. Maybe it's coming out of the can here that makes it so much better, the aluminum can. Because if I remember correctly, I've only ever drank it out of a glass bottle. It's just like a frothy cloud of sweetness and like refreshing spiced root beer going in. Just from top to bottom, as soon as it hits your tongue, you get that whole sensation. And it's like, it's just liquid on the inside. I don't see any bubbles, but it tastes like I'm drinking just straight froth. But it's good. Like, that's the texture I'm getting from it. It's like so soft. That is absolutely amazing. I haven't had a good root beer in a while, and this is just knocking me off. This is a 10 out of 10. Fitz root beer, this is perfection. That is so good. It's not like just your basic soda that's sweetened. It's got the root beer taste. Like, it looks like it's the whole base of the soda was root beer. And then they put more root beer into it. So it's like root beer on root beer. And there you have it. Yeah, this is better. It's better than Barks, better than Mug. I want to say, no, root beer store-bought from A&W, this is better. But I don't know, fresh A&W root beer from the restaurant, this one is giving it a run for its money. Yeah, this is damn good. I highly recommend this. If you could find this wherever, I'm gonna ship a few of these to some buddies of mine that aren't in the St. Louis area. But if you could find these are really good. You could order them online too from their store. They got a bunch of different flavors. Which in another video, I will be trying a lot of other flavors. I have like 6 or 7 other bottles of different Fitz flavors. But yeah, root beer is 10 out of 10. And then we got these two. They've got a cream soda flavor, which is going to be just a straight vanilla. If it's got the same kind of qualities as this is going to be awesome. And then they got a Cardinal Cream. And I needed to know what was the difference, because the Cardinal Cream in color is red. But is there anything else? Is it still just a cream soda that's just red? There is a difference. It is cream soda that has a fruity kind of mixture with it. So this will be interesting to try out. But first, we will try Fitz's cream soda. I'm actually going to get a glass, see how this rolls in. That smells like straight vanilla candy, bro. All right. That golden concoction. All right. We'll get it out of the can. Fitz's cream soda. Oh, okay. The first drink of this really didn't have too much happening. It almost tasted flat. The second drink, it starts really just bursting in my mouth with fizz, and I'm like, okay, you're just being bipolar now. You don't know what you want to do here. It tastes like it has a real vanilla extract or something in it, like a real vanilla taste that is giving it a deeper, richer vanilla taste, more than just a super sweet taste. So it has an authentic vanilla taste compared to what you would expect from your average store-bought cream soda. Which it kind of caught me off guard. It seems to have some type of fruit taste. Not like a strong kind of fruit taste, but it seems like there is something chilling in the back of it. Oh, I'll drink from the glass here. Yeah, it's like I taste yeah, it's like I taste an orange or something, some type of slight citrus taste to it as well. Maybe it's just my tongue playing tricks on me. But yeah, I don't see anything in the ingredients that I could tell. I mean, natural and artificial flavors could be anything and everything, but I don't know. I feel like I've had better cream sodas. This definitely does have a different taste and does have a very frothy quality, much like the root beer counterpart. But I don't think it's a 10 out of 10. I would give this one a 7.5 out of 10. This is the first time I've ever tried this version. I only ever just tried the root beer. But I've never had this one. Fitz's Cardinal Cream. Based off of the St. Louis Cardinals, or in tribute to them. Let's see how this one goes. I gotta finish this off. Hang on. Okay, this one smells more of like your traditional cream soda. Believe it or not, this is supposed to have some fruity properties with it, but we shall see. There we go with that. Here we go. Fitz's Cardinal Cream. Finishing it up here. Oh yeah, that has more of a regular style cream soda. No. Yeah, this has the same taste as those little suckers you get at the bank. That is the cream soda flavor. And if you ever look at the logo on that wrapper of that sucker, you'll see like a banana in there and some other fruits that make up the taste of cream soda. Yeah, there is definitely a banana taste in here. But it's all sweet fruits. It's not like anything tarty. So any kind of fruit that you could think of that is sweet. And the only thing that's coming to mind is a banana. But yeah, definitely. Yeah, that is, now that I smell it, yeah, that is definitely banana. But drink the rest of this here. Oh, I feel like my belly's just expanding so much. I'm drinking too much soda here. Yeah, all I'm really tasting is banana mixed with vanilla, which I'm not, complaining about that. I think I prefer this one more than the original cream soda. I'm going to give this one another shot, though. Yeah, it's pretty standard, basic vanilla. This has more character to it. And don't be, disregarded. If you want a sweet cream soda, but then you read the description and be like, oh, it says it has a fruity twist with it. Don't let that discourage you. You're going to get a far more better cream soda experience with the Cardinal Cream. I would give this one a solid 9.5 out of 10. It tastes just like the cream soda suckers that you get at the bank, and a whole lot better, too. Oh, God, that is good. But let's go back to the root beer one more time because I didn't pour it in the glass. Smelling that again, it's like a good reset. Just a good reset. A little dabble. There you go. Now let's pour a little bit more. What are we doing here? Yeah. Okay. That hits the spot, man. Now all I can imagine is having some Fitz root beer with like 3 scoops of ice cream in a big giant frosty mug. Yeah, that'd be the best. There's some men out there that would dream of driving in Daytona Beach, just up and down the strip in a Lamborghini with some, I don't know, some babes in bikinis. This does sound cool, but I don't know. Something about a Fitz root beer float seems more enticing to me, to be honest. Oh, that is perfection. That is so damn good. All right, yeah. So, that is it for the history of Fitz root beer and your review of basically their top 3 flavors that they do tend to can in these aluminum bottles. The Fitz root beer, I give it a 10 out of 10, solid 10. The cream soda, I give it a 7.5 out of 10. And the Fitz's root beer or Cardinal Cream, I give it a 9.5 out of 10. It is almost perfection. Not as frothy as the root beer. The root beer definitely has spoiled me for a lot of other sodas now, I do think. And yeah, that is it for this very big, monumental, historic video of the history of Fitz root beer. I hope you enjoyed it. And that's it for me. Thank you guys for watching. I am DJ Glowing Ice, always wanting to remind you that it is okay to cheat every once in a while. And I will see you next time. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure to subscribe because I'm going all in, going even deeper, baby, to even more history of sodas. And there's so much planned in the can for next year and even the next coming months for 2025. Let's not discount 2025, all right? There's a lot happening, and I hope you are in on it and enjoying. So subscribe, like this video. It'll push me out more and people will see it more and they will see less of Mr. Beast, and that's always a good thing. And I got a big burp coming up. Come on. Oh, that was nasty. Anyways, whoa. Have a great rest of the day, guys, and I will see you next time. Peace out.